YouTube, it's Brian Phillips. Look at this. We've got the RC Hacker 4S 1500 100C, and we've got this beautiful creation from Eachine with a 50 millimeter EDF, and we have carved a little bit of love out of our canopy to make room for that 100C pack. RC Hacker reached out, said, hey, try these batteries. I said, okay, I've got the perfect plane. This was not what I had in mind. It was another perfect plane, still out of stock. You'll see it at some point, but we're waiting till it's in stock because we hate tempting you guys with things you can't get. But hey, this looks super familiar to a movie that recently released. What is that?
It wasn't very popular,
Top Run,
I don't think.
Something about
gooses
and, you know, geese and things. I don't know. Anyway, we're gonna fly. So here we go, full throttle. Oh yeah, 4S does the trick, folks. So 1500, about 20% throttle. 1500 4S, look how freaking spectacular that thing is from Eachine. Powered by, oh yeah, so cool. Now remember, this is a bank and yank platform, but I have mixed in a simulated rudder effect with my ailerons. Oh bird, oh bird. I thought that bird was gonna engage me. I was like, goose, no! I can't forgive myself for the goose I chased. Just kidding, guys. If you haven't seen Top Gun 2, you need to go see it. It's pretty good stuff. I'm sure you guys are gonna love it. I wish I could say that without getting sued by Tom Cruise, but it's always a possibility. You never know. It's a risk I'm willing to take, because look at that thing. Woohoo! And come on, US government, let the crews fly the F-18 next time. You know he wanted to. When are you gonna get a better opportunity to let somebody fly an F-18? Let's show you some closer field ops. So this is an unusual morning flight for the camera crew and I. We were gonna film this last night, but then I tried to do some PPG. That was good practice for me. Woo! That was close. Okay, so we're gonna go over the killing zone. You guys may notice that I am doing a little bit more jiving around than usual. I wonder if I'm in the wrong expo on this. I mean, it's certainly rock solid, this 1500 milliamp pack. 100C is big, as in thick. Now, the reason it's thick is because I think they market these RC Hacker packs to drone operators generally, and not necessarily to airplanes, but there's no reason that they won't work for airplanes. They're rock solid packs, they're very big, very high C. Let's see if we can do it. Like, put the brakes on, they'll fly right by. Oh yeah, except I gave it throttle, it wasn't brakes at all. Upside down flight performance is pretty good. So guys, you can buy this thing from Eachine on Banggood. We got links for you there. And if you decide you want to fly like I do on 4S instead of the recommended 3S. By the way, we did fly this on 3S. We did show all our configuration changes to get this thing flying. We did the same thing with the 50 millimeter F16. I felt like the F18 was far superior. And as you can see, it is pretty good for a little 50 millimeter hand job and launch. Sorry. Gotta watch out for that here on Brian Phillips RC. We love reviewing airplanes for you. If you want to buy the plane from the link, we get small commissions from the people that sell the planes, manufacture the planes, or send the planes to us. If you really want to help support our channel, you'll like and subscribe, click the bell for notifications. And don't forget, of course, to check out Brian Phillips RC. We're trying to build up the Brian Phillips RC website so that you guys can go there as a one-stop shop for everything you need RC, and then occasionally farm equipment. Sorry kids, just kidding. We probably aren't gonna put too much farm equipment on there unless of course we need to review one at some point. We are reviewers of all things. So if you're in the arena of sales and marketing and you'd like to reach out to us to market your telescopic chainsaw, impact wrench, tire filling machines, whatever it is, we don't care. as long as it pertains to aviation in some way and the aviation lifestyle. We love to support this hobby in more than just showing you the awesome aircraft. Keep in mind, we put this property together about 3 years ago. We built it. And I got one of those little Facebook updates yesterday that showed me flying a Volantix. It was a Phoenix Evo. Was that what it was? Or was that the ASW? It was the Phoenix Evo, 2.6 meter. And man, it was so cool to look back and see this property as a grassy knoll, okay? Why was that so cool? Because now you can see what it is in all its wonderful glory. Of course, we get our opportunity to live here and enjoy and then do lots of filming. And soon enough, we'll be doing lots more filming. And with your help, we'll be doing filming all the time instead of filming when I'm not at work. Hopefully you guys can connect the dots without me saying it in case my boss is watching. Boss, if you're watching, don't forget to like and subscribe. But that being said, guys, we love that you have supported us so much here on Brian Phillips RC. It's been like 8 years of pure marital bliss for my wife. She loves me even more now that she knows how obsessively I am addicted to this hobby. And by the way, 1500 milliamp 4S is giving us quite the flight time. We do have a voltage alarm in there, just a little rinky-dink cheapy kind. As you can see, this thing really does well. Okay, safe up, safe down. We're gonna roll, safe limit bank angle. I'm gonna give a little bit of rudder. Now watch this, guys, just so you can see. Hands off. That's what safe does. Out of safe, look at that. No more limits, just AS3X, artificial 3-axis stabilization, or artificial stabilization 3-axis is what that stands for. I'm finding myself cruising about 25 to 30% throttle and loving every second of this flight. I just hope it doesn't blend too much with the brightly backlit trees. Let's see if we can do a little alpha flying underneath. Oh yeah, just like in the movie. I mean, this has nothing to do with a licensed movie at all. Oh, that was cool. We could feel it totally. So guys, if you are in the market for this little F18 or the RC Hackers pack that makes it come to life, or maybe even, oh, she's dead as a doornail. Sorry guys, between my legs, the tail is. She was dead. That's 1 minute 57 past our 5, so 6 minutes, almost 7. And of course you could subtract half a minute so you can get it to the ground here instead of there. I feel bad about that landing, but not that bad because guess what? Booyah! We're gonna use this and fly it right now. Stay tuned.
Okay.
All right guys, so the walk of shame from the neighbor's property. By the way, we have permission from the neighbor to fly on, over, and through their property. You guys hear that? The ESC is like, you suck, Brian. You suck, Brian. You suck, Brian. It says, take the battery out. You're driving your clientele mad. You hear that? Beep, beep, beep. Beep, beep. See, the ESC is also screaming at me.
Beeping.
So I would say 7 minutes is probably just a wee bit too long. I would say you probably want to launch and fly for about 5 minutes and you'll be golden. So also wanted to show you this has an XT60 on it and this battery is not puffed at all.
Nice.
Look at that, beautiful RC Hackers 100C, and they mean it, guys. Beautiful battery. We're just gonna lay this here on our handy dandy RC station that also doubles as a mail delivery system, I think. I don't handle these things, the camera crew does. Okay, so back side, front side. Look at the width, pretty wide, pretty stout. XT60 looks like the newer style. XT60U-F, and then a balanced Hextronics lead for charging. So if you guys want to buy that, we'll put links to the RC Hacker website. They sell 2 of them for a pretty good price, if I understand right. And what we'd like you guys to do is, I know that we push a lot of smart technology, and there's nothing wrong with that. We love the smart batteries. And if you hate this and you think, hey, I'm just going to do 3S, by all means, get the 3S from our link. We'll link to both. And again, we're not here to help you guys, you know, like talk you into this versus that. We're here to help you understand that there's a choice, and we're going to help you guys to make the best decision in your situation. Our situation's different than some, and so we understand that. Can I have that voltage alarm back, camera crew? Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to plop this in here. AR630 mounted beautifully in the bottom of the cabinet here. AR630 is the antennaless or the internal antenna, and the pins are end pins. Really helps in this install versus the top pins on an AR631, which also has an external antenna. They both have antennas. They both work well, and you'll be satisfied with your range on both. Unless you screw something up or something gets broke or there's a crash, then you should be good to go. Okay, I'm gonna just go ahead and start this, let you see the startup procedure this time. Now, if you haven't already seen the startup procedure, you may wanna go back and watch our unbox, build, and radio setup, which is the initial video on this F18. Obviously, we like to bring you guys lots of new content all the time. If you haven't ever seen how these voltage alarms work, these are cheap. You can get like 5 of them for, I don't know, 25 bucks, or I don't know. They used to be about 2 bucks. Now they're up to about 5 bucks. So what we'll do is we will link to this as usual. I think they're always in our standard links, but it's one of the links that gets yanked off of there because we only have 5,000 characters to use on YouTube. So we have to sometimes limit that, which is why we are asking everybody to check out Brian Phillips RC, because then we're not limited to the number of characters. And what we try to do, feel that? Let's give them a warmth gauge.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy.
Nope.
Okay, so yeah, if you check out Brian Phillips RC, you're gonna be able to see the equipment and you'll be able to tell what's going on. Okay, so safe, just so you can see, finding the quickest path to level. Look at the elevator, trying to pull up the nose. Once you get to level, trying to push the nose down. Pretty cool. Now you'll note that this thing doesn't always pull all the way down, okay? So that's one of the things I wanted to talk about here. As I wiggle left and right, you kind of got to work it down on this plane, okay? I think we added that, did we?
The tape? You know,
but if not, you can see I carved a pretty good amount out, because this thing has a little concave seat to it. So it should seat inside of that lip, but this battery is just big enough that you can't get away with that. Now, we have also flown this plane on 2200 4S. The CG markings have got to be 100% wrong. There is no way that is a CG on this plane. It should be more like here, along these lines. So I'm just gonna demonstrate with the 1500, I am riding just slightly nose heavy, I would say. Maybe a little bit more nose heavy than I'd like. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna show you the reason why we don't go further. Look at this. If I go further, I run off the strap. Okay, so we have our shelf liner trick working, and a 2200 actually overlaps almost on top of the receiver as configured, okay? So the rationale behind all of our decisions has been outlined, but if you'd like, you can watch the unbox, build, radio setup and enjoy the whole thing. Our timer's cleared. What we're gonna do is we're gonna launch from a different spot today. We have been kind of babysitting a small process yesterday. If you wanna show them, you can zoom in over there. We've been doing some upgrades to the house, which is pretty cool. We're super excited. Getting solar installed on there. And then we did some really light dirt work. This is the type of things that you do when you're in Brian Phillips's family, because no, we don't take no stinky vacations.
No, we mix concrete by hand.
Right there, 3 times in the bucket of our loader, right there.
Yeah.
Right there. No, I mean, like, I need you there so I can launch that way.
Oh, you're going this way.
So, the wind is blowing this way, so unfortunately, because the windsock tells me where I need to fly, we're just try to take off here just to show you some more versatility. This thing is a fun plane, but we want to show you some different lay of the land as we fly. Okay, about 30–40%. Just give it a hand launch, a little bit of up elevator. Should be no problem having to ride the elevator just a hair. Oh, that's because I'm in safe. There we go, out of safe. Felt like that was a little bit weird. Okay, there we go, beautiful. Just relaxing. We do have a little bit of wind. We're with the wind going right over your left shoulder. There you go. And as you can see, there's a big long black stick sticking off of our roof. That's because the guys aren't done installing yet. Let's check this out. Right between the, if you guys see that black stick there, it's all gonna be situated on the south side of our roof. And so we're really excited. We're not gonna talk a lot about the branding and stuff yet, just because honestly, we wanna make sure that they take care of us and get the project done. But we're pretty excited. The electricians were working yesterday to get the lines landed. And so we're always excited to share a little bit about our lives as we do our reviews. Woo! I did not intend to go between the lines, but I think I may have accidentally done that just now. And I actually mean accidentally. I don't mean purposefully accidentally. That was an accident. And the reason it was an accident is because I got a big gust of wind and there was a tree there. So sometimes it's fun to just bring it into ground effect. You see that shadow, boom, and then just straight up, like they expect us to believe in Hollywood you can do. Oh, you can actually do that in F18. Pretty sweet. Okay, here we go. Down the runway this time. I won't block you, I'll move back. Total glide, guys. Beautiful. Love the sound on 4S this makes. It's so much more beefy. And guys, if you haven't seen it on 3S, this plane is a little on the lame-o side. Now, I'm not saying it's lame like you can't fly it. I'm saying it's lame like it's not gonna be like Top Gun Maverick at all. So if you're looking for Top Gun Maverick maneuvering, guys, you need to put in 4S, okay? Just remember, 4S or you're gonna be disappointed. Now, that being said, if you're new as an RC pilot and you're thinking, hey, I need something that's cheap, easy to get in the air, not gonna break the bank, that I can, you know, do this, that, whatever, don't get this plane. You're gonna be very disappointed because you will not be able to fly it for one thing. Even with safe just makes it easier to launch. You still need a long, huge area to take off with safe. And to be perfectly frank, don't start with an EDF. EDFs seem like what you want in your head, but you just don't know what you want because you're like an RC baby. And RC babies are what we help on RC, Brian Phillips RC. We love helping RC babies. I was one just a few short years ago, and it looks like our crew might be showing up. Nope. Okay, good. But what we want to do is we want to take you from total noob to literally flying exactly like you see me do. And we do that all the time, folks. We are not going to discriminate against you if you are a new pilot. We love new pilots here on Brian Phillips RC. We're not going to try to make you feel bad about not knowing questions, because there are a lot of questions. And these RC manufacturers assume everybody knows everything, like 4S, 30C, 22 milliamp. What the heck are you talking about? We will help you know. We will literally show you the way. We will be your RC Yoda. Show you the way, we will. Did I do that right?
I have no idea.
I'm speaking to a bunch of
Wrong
RC
franchise.
nerds like myself. They're gonna tear me apart. So guys, if you love RC and you wanna see more of it, just stay tuned here on Brian Phillips RC. Of course, we're always using these flying experiences as an opportunity to help sell these airplanes for the companies that we work with. And the reason we do that is because that's how we fund our channel. We don't try to hide behind that. It's never been a surprise. It's never been a secret. We're not going to tell you every plane is the biggest, best, lowest priced, cheapest, you know, whatever est that you can come up with. Some planes are just good at what they do and they're still not the best. This plane is not the best EDF. It is not the best 50 millimeter. It is not the fastest. It is not the best looking. It is not the most scale. It is not any of those things. It just happens to be a sweet F18 made by Eachine. And there's no reason you shouldn't have it in your hangar. It's very inexpensive right now. I think they've got the price a little bit lower. And by the way, if you haven't ever done business with Banggood or Banggood-like companies, they change their prices all the time based on what the market's doing. That's why we don't talk about pricing, because we don't want to tell you something that we can't follow through with. Also, I want to let you know the RC Hackers have been around for some time. They have a nice, clean, easy to use website. You're not going to be disappointed when you get your batteries because you're going to pay a lot less than the smart stuff. Now, are we still going to endorse smart stuff? Like if you want this on a 3S 1300 Smart Pack Gen 2 or Gen 1, yes. We are absolutely going to market those ones to you as part of our marketing efforts because we love them. They're good. They're very expensive though. So keep in mind, if you're new to the hobby or newer to the hobby, remember how we just told you not to buy this plane if you're a brand new pilot? We mean it. But we're here to help you make good decisions, prevent one and dones. That's where you get a plane, you crash it immediately and quit the hobby, and then also help bring people back to the hobby from the 1980s when crystals prevailed. And by the way, I want to tell you something, guys. I have planes in my basement with crystals still, so I'm not trying to discriminate against you guys either. We love everybody in this hobby. There is plenty of room for difference of opinions about all sorts of things, from politics to religion. It doesn't matter. We love flying airplanes, so let's enjoy that together, despite any other differences we may enjoy in life. And not to diminish any of those differences and say that they don't matter. They do matter, but the thing is, we can agree that this is awesome. Have I not touched on any subject matter yet?
I think you've offended probably most people.
I've hit everything.
Should be good.
So guys, if you love this and you wanted to see Top Gun when you clicked on that thumbnail and you're like, oh man, I feel cheated.
You're beeping.
Yep, I know. We'll just land it here. Good landing, very easy. Okay, so as you can see, we are about 1 minute 33 past.
So super
that'd be
similar.
about 6.5. Now, I didn't push the limits. One thing too to keep in mind when you're dealing with EDFs is that you can't always hear that alarm.
Yeah.
Now remember, that little $2 to $3 alarm is gonna save your butt, okay? So if you're flying without an alarm like that, just do yourself a favor. They're not that expensive. I mean, you may save a plane. So I would highly recommend it. But remember, throttle off passes once in a while in EDF jets. And don't forget, as you consume a LiPo and then you get off throttle, it's gonna recover. And then you consume the LiPo, high throttle, then you let off the throttle. Consume the LiPo, let off the throttle, and then consume, and it goes. And all you do is you use this range. You use it, this 4.2 volts. It's gonna drop down to about 3.3, and then it's gonna rocket ship down. So you're operating on 4.2 to about 3, and that's it. Everything below that, it doesn't mean anything to us in the RC world. You can run small equipment, but the voltage drop is gonna be so great with any load. And when I say load, I mean throttle, okay? So just to give you an idea, throttle cuts off. Oh boy, I just sucked something through there. Did you see the stuff shoot through?
Did it go through or was it just blowing the grass?
No, it sucked in some seeds from the grass.
Oh.
So watch, guys. Sorry. Dead, okay? So let's go into the shade. Now that ESC's screaming at me again. So basically, guys, we want to help you to have a good flight experience like we just had. Now, a lot of times on our videos, we crash stuff too. So what we're gonna do here on Brian Phillips RC, and what we're committed to doing, and we've been committed to doing for years, is we're gonna bring you the latest and greatest as much as we can, because believe me, we have to figure out how to get these guys talked into working with us because we tell the truth. And the truth is expensive for companies. They don't like to work with truth tellers. They like to work with liars. Liars are easier to work with if you're a marketing agent, okay? Because they want you guys to think, that's the best thing since sliced bread. This is not the best thing since sliced bread. It happens to be a good battery at a good price. Okay, hold this. This is not the best thing since sliced bread. Neither is that receiver or this transmitter. And yet they're all very good. And I love them. And I will continue to use them and help you guys pick them out of the vast ocean of choices online. And by the way, if you want to find a place to go get ripped off and become a one and done, just do it online. It will take you one try, I promise. Here's the key. Come to Brian Phillips RC, go to other places. We know we're not the only fish in the sea. There's other people that do these reviews and they're very good at what they do. But the thing is, if you want to know the no BS, what to buy truth, come to Brian Phillips RC. We're gonna help you pick between this airplane and other F-18s that look like they might have some fans on the back and they aren't gonna impress. Believe me. No. We have reviewed some JJRC little hand launch things that cost like 30 bucks and it's really fun for about a day, okay? And if they survive for 2 days, then that's about all you get. Oh my goodness, watch out for the lions. The lions are attacking. Okay, so now that you know we like cats, we're not gonna argue about politics and religion on this channel, and we love RC. We're not gonna lie to you about batteries. We're not gonna lie to you about planes. We're not gonna exaggerate the truth about our NX8, which we love, by the way, even though it's expensive, and there are cheaper choices. We're here for you guys, and that's part of the reason why we're still here for you after almost 8 years, because we love doing this. We tell the truth, even when it's frustrating, even when it means we're gonna sell less planes, which helps to fund our channel. And people are like, how can you do that? That is impossible. You must have no moral character because you make money. No, every business makes money. We're just trying to do our business this way, which is truthful, helpful, and repetitive.
And really long.
And really long. So anyway, I'm gonna just divert from that path I was going down. So guys, this plane is really good though. I like it. Definitely not the best thing since sliced bread, but it's very fun. Couple of complaints I have about almost virtually every hand launch, even the best 50 millimeter EDF hand launch planes we've had. No rudders. If you want rudders, you got to add rudders. I can tell you this, on this plane, if you put rudders on, it's going to roll your plane anyway. So what I've done is I just mixed in so that my rudder and my ailerons control the ailerons. Helps a lot. Brain-wise, if you're used to a 4-channel flight, you're going to be able to convert over to this no problem. I take off fly just like I'm flying a regular plane. I still try to yaw correct. It doesn't matter. I still coordinate my turns. It still matters. If you don't know what a coordinated turn is, you're at the right channel. Coordinated turn is where you use ailerons and then you use a little bit of rudder to help keep the nose pointed down, okay? There you go. We'll talk more about that in flight. And as I do call outs, please be nice to me. It's harder than it looks to do call outs and be 100% accurate on everything. Every once in a while I slip up and say 3S instead of 4S. Oops, sorry. I don't mean to do that to diminish anything about these planes. So, love it. One more shot down the pipe. Oh, that is so beautiful. Look at that thing. You see it? So beautiful. Now remember, there's only one EDF in here. One other thing, I just want to pause for a second and talk about that. Twins are battery chewers. Look at this battery. Battery 1, flat, flat, flat-ish, flat. Okay, hold. Battery number 2, which has been in my pocket, it's warm. Flat, 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 flat. The end usually doesn't puff. When you get a battery that puffs, which in the other video, you may notice that we do a little bit of puffing. You'll enjoy it and you'll get a kick out of it. But I just want to say this right now. RC Hackers makes a good battery, but you can destroy even a good battery. Just give it to Brian Phillips RC. Stay tuned, so much more to come.